Hey there! Welcome back to the channel. Or if this is your first time here, I'm so happy you're here. If you want to learn English, speak English confidently, and improve your English fast, this video is just for you. Today, I'm going to share something really exciting. The 5-step English method you've never tried. Yes, really. This method is not in your school books, and most English teachers never teach it. But it works, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. Now, this is not just theory. These are real, practical steps that you can start using today. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or intermediate learner, a 2, B1, or B2. This method is going to help you get better, faster. So grab a notebook, relax, and let's begin step by step. Before we start, let me ask you, have you ever studied English for years but still feel nervous when speaking? Do you feel like you know a lot of grammar, but when it's time to talk, the words just disappear? You're not alone. So many English learners feel this way, but don't worry, we're going to change that. Let's start with step 1 of this method. Step 1. Build your real-life English bubble. Okay, step 1 is something most learners skip, but it's so important. It's what I call your real-life English bubble. Let me explain. If you only study English in a classroom or only from a textbook, your brain connects English to study mode. But you want to speak English in real life, right? You want English to feel normal, natural, and even fun. So, we need to bring English into your real, everyday life. That's how you create your English bubble. So what does this mean? It means you start surrounding yourself with English in small, easy ways, every single day. For example, change your phone's language to English. Yes, just that small change will help you recognize new words naturally. Start listening to short English podcasts while walking or cleaning. Watch English YouTube videos, just like this one, every day, even just 10 minutes. Follow English-speaking creators on Instagram or TikTok. It doesn't matter if you don't understand everything. The goal is to get used to the sound and rhythm of English. You're training your brain to feel like English is a part of your life, not just a subject in school. Let me give you a real example. My student Sophia from Spain was learning English for many years but felt stuck. She knew grammar rules but couldn't speak. I told her, build your English bubble. She started watching a short TV show in English every night with English subtitles. She listened to a podcast every morning while getting ready, and she changed her phone and even her GPS to English. After 1 month, she said, I'm starting to think in English. That's what we want. Now here's a mini challenge for you. Starting today, choose just one thing to do in English every day. Something small. Maybe it's reading the news in English for 5 minutes, or listening to a slow English podcast while eating breakfast. Do it every day for 1 week. You'll be amazed at how your brain starts to feel more comfortable with English. And remember, don't try to understand everything. It's okay. In fact, it's normal. This step is about exposure, not perfection. Think of it like learning to swim. First, you get into the water. You don't have to swim perfectly right away. You just need to feel the water. So, now that your English bubble is growing, Let's talk about what to do next, because watching and listening is great, but what about speaking? Step 2. Talk to yourself in English. All right, welcome back. So in step 1, we talked about building your real-life English bubble, creating an English environment around you, even if you don't live in an English-speaking country. That step helps your brain get used to English. But now you might be wondering, okay, I'm listening and reading more, but I still can't speak English fluently. What should I do next? That brings us to step 2 of this unique English method. Are you ready? Here it is. Talk to yourself in English. Yes, talk to yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking. Talk to myself? Won't I sound crazy? Don't worry, you don't have to do it in public. You can do it quietly, in your room, in the shower, in the car, anywhere. And it's one of the most powerful ways to improve your English fast. Let me explain why this works. Many learners wait until they're in a conversation to practice speaking. But by then, it's too late. You feel pressure. You're nervous. You forget words. Talking to yourself is a way to practice speaking without stress. No one is listening. You can relax and try again and again. Here's how to do it. Start simple. Describe what you're doing in English. For example, I'm making coffee. I need a cup. Where's the spoon? Okay, now I pour the milk. Just say what you're doing, out loud or in your head. It's like giving a small English tour of your day. This helps you practice everyday vocabulary in real situations. You don't need to use perfect grammar. You just need to speak. Another way is to have a fake conversation. Imagine you're meeting someone new. You can say, "Hi, my name is Anna. I'm from Italy. I work as a nurse. I love watching movies." You can even ask yourself questions. What do I want to eat today? How was my day? What would I do if I visited New York? This kind of practice builds speaking confidence because you're not just learning words, you're training your brain to use them. Let me tell you a quick story. One of my students, June from South Korea, was very shy about speaking English. I asked him to do this exact practice, 5 minutes every day, just talking to himself about his day. After 2 weeks, he said, "I feel more ready when I talk to other people. It's easier now, that's the goal, to feel ready, to feel confident." So here's your challenge for step 2. Today, right after this video, talk to yourself in English for just 2 minutes. That's all. Walk around your home and say what you see, what you're doing, or what you're thinking. Even if you make mistakes, it's okay. Nobody hears you. This is your safe space. And if you do this every day, it becomes a habit. And the more you speak, even to yourself, the easier real conversations become. But now, you might be wondering, okay, I can talk to myself, but how do I remember all the words I need? I forget vocabulary so quickly. That's a great question, and it leads us to step 3 of the method. It's one of the most powerful steps for remembering vocabulary forever, and you don't need to write long lists or memorize boring flashcards. I'll tell you exactly how to do it in the next part. Step 3. Use the personal connection method to remember vocabulary forever. welcome back. So far, we've built your English bubble, and you've started talking to yourself to practice real English speaking without pressure. You're doing great. Now it's time to take things to the next level. Have you ever learned a new English word, but forgot it 2 days later? Or maybe you write new words in a notebook, but never look at them again? That's very common. So in step 3, I'll show you a better way to learn vocabulary and actually remember it forever. This step is called the personal connection method. It's simple, but powerful. Here's how it works. When you learn a new word or phrase, don't just read it or translate it. Instead, make it personal. Connect the word to your own life. Let's try an example. Imagine you learn the word delicious. Don't just say, okay, it means tasty. That's not enough. Use it in a way that's real for you. For example, my mom makes delicious pasta every Sunday. I had a delicious mango smoothie this morning. Can you see the difference? You're not just learning the word. You're putting it into your real world. That's how your brain remembers. It becomes emotional. It becomes connected to your life experience. Let's do one more. Let's say the word is tired. Don't just write tired equals needing rest. Make it real. I feel tired after working all day. Last night I was so tired I fell asleep on the couch. This is the secret. Your brain loves stories. So give every word a story, even a small one. Now, here's your mini challenge for step 3. I want you to choose 5 new English words today. Just 5. You can get them from this video, or from a TV show, a podcast, or a book. Then, write one sentence about your life for each word. Don't copy from the dictionary. Don't copy examples from Google. Make it personal. That's how you build long-term memory and real vocabulary you can actually use in conversation. You can also speak these sentences out loud. That way, you're practicing speaking, vocabulary, and pronunciation all at the same time. Triple win. One of my students, Ahmed from Egypt, used to write lists of 20 words a day, but he forgot them quickly. I gave him this new method. 5 words a day, each with a personal sentence. And you know what? After 2 weeks, he remembered all of them. Because they were his words now, not just words from a book. So remember, don't just study English, live it. Connect it to your life, your family, your job, your hobbies. That's how you remember, and that's how you become more fluent. All right, now we're doing some really great work. You're surrounding yourself with English, you're speaking more confidently, and you're learning words that actually stick in your brain. But we still haven't talked about one of the biggest problems English learners have: listening. Have you ever listened to a native speaker and thought, they speak too fast? I can't understand anything. You're not alone. But in step 4, I'll show you a method to train your listening, even with fast, natural English. And yes, you'll understand more and faster than ever before. Let's talk about that next. Step 4, train your listening with the pause and predict method, plus step 5, the 10-minute daily review habit. You've made it to part 4. Amazing job. You're serious about improving your English, and that makes me proud of you. So far, we've created your English environment, practice speaking with confidence, and connected vocabulary to your real life. But now it's time to tackle something most learners struggle with: listening. So here's step 4, the pause and predict listening method. This step helps you understand fast English without feeling lost or frustrated. Here's how it works. When you watch a video, a podcast, or a short TV scene in English, don't just press play and hope you understand. Instead, break it into small parts and work with it. Let's say you're watching a short video clip on YouTube. After every 1 or 2 sentences, pause the video. Then try to predict what you think the speaker will say next. For example, speaker: I'm going to the store because I need... You pause and guess. Milk? Bread? Then play the video and check. I need some orange juice. Even if your guess is wrong, your brain is working in English. You're focusing, listening carefully, and becoming an active listener, not a passive one. This helps you in 2 big ways. First, you learn how native speakers talk, the flow, the speed, the rhythm. And second, you build confidence. Instead of feeling like English is flying past you, you start to catch it, bit by bit, word by word. Here's your challenge for step 4. Choose a short video clip, maybe just 1 or 2 minutes, and try the pause and predict method. Don't worry about understanding every word. Just focus on the main ideas. Pause often. Guess. Listen again. You can even turn on subtitles the second time and check what you missed. This kind of focused listening, even for 5 minutes, is more powerful than watching a full movie without understanding anything. And don't forget, it's okay to repeat the same video many times. Repetition builds confidence. You're not just watching, you're training your ears. Now, you've almost completed the method. You've got exposure, speaking, vocabulary, and listening. But there's one final step. It's small, but it makes a huge difference. In fact, it's the secret to making progress stick. Let's talk about step 5, the 10-minute daily review habit. This is simple and powerful. Every day, just spend 10 minutes reviewing what you learned that day. That's it. 10 minutes. Here's what you can do in those 10 minutes. Say the 5 new words you learned, and repeat your personal example sentences. Review what you talked about in your self-speaking practice. Listen again to a short audio or video clip and see if you understand more the second time. Read a short paragraph you saw earlier and focus on 1 or 2 new phrases. This daily review helps move new English knowledge from short-term memory to long-term fluency. You're telling your brain, this is important. I want to remember this. One of my students, Lara from Brazil, started using this review habit after step 4. Before, she felt like she was learning and forgetting all the time. But after 2 weeks of 10-minute daily reviews, she told me, now I feel like I'm actually keeping the English I learn. It's staying in my head. And guess what? That's when you really feel fluent. When English is not something you learn and forget, it becomes a part of your thinking, your speaking, your listening, your life. So let's quickly review the 5 steps in this method. The English method you've probably never tried, but now you can. 1. Build your real-life English bubble. Surround yourself with English every day. 2. Talk to yourself in English. Daily speaking practice without fear. 3. Use the personal connection method to make vocabulary stick. 4. Train your listening with pause and predict. Become an active listener. 5. Create your 10-minute daily review habit. Make your progress last. Each step is simple. And when you combine them, that's when the magic happens. Remember, you don't need to study English for hours. You just need to study smart. You don't need to be perfect. You need to practice consistently. Even just 20 to 30 minutes a day using this method can help you improve your English fast, speak more confidently, and finally feel like you're on the road to real English fluency. Now I have a question for you, and I want you to answer in the comments below. Which step will you start with today? Step 1. Building your English bubble. Step 2. Talking to yourself? Or maybe step 4, training your listening? Let me know. I read every comment, and I love seeing your progress. And if you want more videos like this to help you learn English in a natural, fun, and effective way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new lesson. And remember, you're doing great. English doesn't need to be scary. With the right method and a little bit of daily practice, you can do it. One step at a time. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep going and keep growing. You've got this.